ink drinkers, my name's Meisha. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you some fall recommendations, and I think we'll get started. The first one I have here is Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This is about a young lady who is going through a really hard time. She's going through a breakup, and if I remember right, she gets a job in a different town, and she goes to move there. She hears rumors about this girl named Sophie, that she's a witch. And as she gets to know her, obviously she's nervous and stuff at first and has suspicions, but as she gets to know her, they become friends. This is about friendship. In fact, I think it's labeled as horror, but in my opinion, it's not. This is so much more than horror. Great book on female friendship. Highly recommend. Very cozy. I hate spiders, and there is a spider in this book. I think he even wears a bow tie, and I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I actually enjoy a pet spider. Next up is The Witches of Worm. I read this when I was very, very little. This is by Zilpha Keatley Snyder. It is a yearly Newbery Award winner. This is about a girl who lives in an apartment, and she happens upon a very ugly kitten. She takes it in, and it starts making very weird things happen. It starts talking to her, making things happen around the house, and she believes that he is a witch. The cat, Worm, is a witch's cat. Next up, we have The Graveyard Book. I do not have this one with me personally, so we'll put a picture up, I think over here or over here. This is about a boy who escapes from a murder. His parents end up being murdered, and he escapes into a graveyard, and the ghosts there happen to find him and decide to take him under his care. I believe this is a Jungle Book retelling. By the way, if I don't know, I don't think I said this, but this is by Neil Gaiman. One of his best books, and if you love middle grade, this is a perfect one for the fall time. It's not scary, just spooky and very cozy. The perfect one to cuddle up with a blanket and read. The next one is The House with Chicken Legs. Again, I do own this one, but this one is in storage. A lot of these are, unfortunately, right now, so we'll be posting a picture either up here or up here. This is about a little girl. She lives with her grandma, and her grandma is basically a witch who helps spirits cross over. During this time, she's told her whole life that she's never able to exit the house. So exit the property. Also, the house, it's on chicken legs, which I think is pretty dang cool. And they move around to different locations to help the spirits cross. I believe that one is by Sophie Anderson, if I haven't said that already. Okay, the next one is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. This is about a girl named Kat who lives with her sister in basically a castle by herself. She does these little spells and stuff around the house to protect the house, until one day their distant cousin shows up, and things may turn kind of murderous, possibly murderous. Great book for the fall. Honestly, all of Shirley Jackson's are though, but this is my personal favorite. The next book is Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. If you haven't heard of this, this is about 3 young boys. A carnival has come to town, and mysterious things start to happen, and a warlock happens to show up and starts chasing these boys, and it's about them trying to defeat essentially the evil that comes along with the carnival. Next book is The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. This is about 3 mermaids who come every so many years, and they take the bodies of 3 women, and they use that to seek revenge by luring boys into the harbor. This is very spooky, very dark, very witchy vibes. Highly recommend if you haven't read this one yet. Next book is The Silent Companions by Laura Purcell. This is about a girl named Elsie. She believes that she is destined for luxury, and she marries a man who's very, very wealthy. Shortly after she moves into their new house together, the very, very big house, he passes away. And all she's left with is his very awkward cousin, or so she thinks. She goes upstairs and happens to find a locked door, like a locked room. She can't get in. One day she finally gets into this room, and there's a very strange statue that looks weirdly a lot like her. She happens to notice that all the servants at work there are also very scared of this statue. And then things start to get really scary. This is personally one of my favorite books for the fall. It's very gothic, very, very atmospheric, and very, very spooky. So if you're wanting to look for something more on the scary end, I would recommend this one. If you are a little too afraid of the scarier books, maybe stay away from this one. Next up is The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. This is another one of my favorites. This is about a young girl, well, not very young, she's mid-age, and she happens to find a book with letters filled in it, and it's filled with secrets of her father's past and her mother's disappearance. It's either disappearance or murder, I think. And in this pursuit of finding out about her mother and her father, she's also in pursuit to learn the truth about Vlad the Impaler, or AKA Dracula. I don't want to say a whole lot more than that, though, because I think if you go into this one blind, it's a lot more fun. This is a very, very lengthy book, though, and I would recommend reading it throughout the course of the spooky season or through fall, unless you're like me and you read it in one go. Because I love this book. It's another one of my favorites, and I did read it really, really fast. Okay, last one is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This is about Audrey. Her name's Audrey, and she works with her father in forensic medicine. She really wants to be able to do this, but this is set in the early 1800s, and so it's frowned upon for women to practice this. And as she's helping her father, she's noticing that these people that are coming in, obviously they've been murdered, and it's about her trying to figure out who the murderer is. Obviously, there's rumors going around that it's Jack the Ripper, and it's about trying to figure out who and where he is. All right, that's everything for this video. However, I will be doing a Halloween recommendation when time comes. I also have a autumn TBR coming up, as well as books I read for the last quarter. I have a special appearance in 3 of my brother's video game channels. If you're interested in checking that out, I will leave the link down below. It is Gaming with Goozer. Also, all of his links will be down below. He has a movie channel, a gaming channel. He has a few others. I'll list them down below. He has quite a few. He's the one that helps me film and helps me edit until I can kind of figure out how to do it on my own. So big thank you to him. With that being said, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and don't forget to hit the bell if you want notifications for every time I post. Bye, guys.